goodness. Oh, rude. So rude. Okay. My camera really quick. Okay. Not sure what we're doing today yet. I'm probably going to take a poll like I usually do to see if we're going to be doing mediumship or channeling. I kind of feel like I want to do some channeling. But we shall see. We shall wait for people to let me know what they'd rather do. My energy is really fucking weird today. And I am going to blame the Schumann resonance. I'm going to blame the Schumann resonance for absolutely everything. Because it's been crazy. Like my sleep over the past couple of nights has been so bizarre. Dreams have been bizarre. And I already have weird dreams. Hi, hello, welcome in, guys. My name is Nimue. I'm a professional psychic intuitive, evidential medium, and channel. And we're just going to hang out. We're going to hang out for a little bit, tap that screen. Once we get up to 5K is generally when we begin the readings, whether we're doing mediumship or channeling today. I'm not really sure yet what we're going to do. We're going to do a little temperature check once we get up to 5K and kind of see how people are feeling. I hope you guys are feeling okay. This Aries season is already hitting, and not in a bad way necessarily. I've been getting so much shit done. That is what I love Aries energy for. If you need to get shit done, this is the time. This is the time. This is the place. How is the energy with all of you guys? How have you been feeling? How have you been feeling with all the Schumann spikes? Right before I came on here, I saw another like, holy shit, we've jumped a timeline video with the Schumann spikes. Really quick about the timeline jumping. Midwest Chula, how are you? Hello, babe. Ooh, I have, and I'm going to be doing a review on it, if not later today, then tomorrow, because I want to do a really, 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 really good review for this deck. It's the Crystal Keys Tarot and Midwest Chula, and any subscribers or patrons, as we are waiting for people to come in, as we wait to get to 5K to start, if you would like me to pull a card for you from this new deck, please let me know. This is for subscribers and patrons only. Thanks. I finally got a fucking foundation that doesn't make me look ridiculous. I had it was a shade too golden, I think, before. Now I actually look. Hi, Mindful Mandy. How's your hubby bubby? How's your hubby bubby doing? How are you? Also, did I tell you I was gifted one of these? And I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this thing. It's so good. He's recovering well. Good. I am so sorry. I heard about like the journey to get him the appropriate care, and I was like foaming at the mouth for you. Midwest Chula, thank you. Did you want your card, babe, for being a super fan? If you would like to join, I did also just put out a subscriber super fan only energy update on my page. Those of you that are subscribed, if you want to go check that out, there is a little preview for those of you that are not subscribed to see if it's your vibe, but I hadn't done one in a while. Wanted to do a quick update just with all the energy kind of spiking. So Ace of Pentacles for you. Tiger's Eye. This is such, I'm obsessed with this deck, by the way. This is one of the prettiest decks I've worked with in a long time. But Ace of Pentacles, Midwest Chula, let me see what we might be being asked to accept. This generally indicates that the universe is like, would you like some more abundance? Would you like more of that, whether it's money or... I often do, and I read tarot very off script. I've been reading tarot for 25 years, so I occasionally just kind of like, I'm not a purist all the time. I see the Ace of Pentacles sometimes as like new people coming into your life that are like really in alignment with you. But I do have change coming in, and I feel like Midwest Chula, I want to tell you that the change is very positive. Very, very positive change with the Eight of Pentacles. So loving that. Hello, Shaq. Hello, Poppy. General card for Miss, yes, Huatswas. Yes, what? I don't know why I have to say your name like that. That's so obnoxious, but it's become a vocal stim for me. I am too, Midwest Chula. That's great fucking news. So let's get a message for good afternoon, Mama Bear. Let me know if you would like your single card pull too. We're going to get up to 5K and then we're going to decide what we're doing today. It might be channeling. I'm feeling more like I want to speak with the extraterrestrials maybe a little bit today. And if we, because I don't know, I'm just feeling that frequency right now. And I did a little bit of work with them last night. So maybe I'll just make that decision for us. So Shaq, you have to be a patron or a subscriber, babe. Hot sauce. Eight of Wands reversed. What? How do I have reversals in here? What? My guides are forcing me to read reversals lately. It's really, but this is a slowing down. This is a like slow your roll, which is really cute. That's rich. That's rich with how many Aries placements there are, but like how still, how in the moment can you be with all this Aries energy? Just chilling. Just chilling. Mama Bear, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Good morning, Kimmy. Kimmy, I didn't want to say anything in your comments because I want to, protect your travels. But if you are in anywhere in the Southwest enough that would be near me over the next couple of weeks, please let me know. I'd love to see you. I miss you. Green Lady, hello. Hello, good to see you. Thanks, Katie. Thanks. Mama Bear, did you coming across my FYP Aries placement, me and Aries watching? How are you feeling, Cursed Fave? Because this next few weeks for all my Aries babies or anybody with an Aries, I don't know why I keep thinking of those of you with Aries moons because I think of I love an Aries moon. An Aries moon will take nothing lying down, especially when it comes to other people. And it's just going to feel like we're swimming in a sea of energy. It just feels like caffeine, taurine, all the B vitamins. It's like we're just breathing that shit in right now. Teeny general card for the day. Your 8th house is activated. Teeny, I got the 3 of Cups, Emerald, having fun, enjoying yourself, drinking something lovely, eating something lovely, being with people that you really care about today. Slide into my DMs. Okay, girl. Thank you. I like it too. I got it off Etsy. This was a lucky find. I have not found, I think the store that I got this from either disappeared or I can't believe I got this shirt. Tarot for Mama Bear. Mama Bear, I got the 4 of Pentacles, Petrified Wood. Mama Bear, let me sit with this for a second for you. I need to tell you, watch what you say. Not as in watch your mouth, but watch what you say to what person. I feel like I need you to be a little bit protective over yourself. This is a neutral energy. I'm not necessarily feeling anything scary with this. I missed having nails. I missed that. But there's something about keeping your energy close that I need to bring up for you. Just stay in your power, stay in your lane type shit. Keep tapping that screen, you guys. Keep tapping that. You feel so chaotic. Yeah, just feel your feet, man. Feel your feet. I have so many things to do and I'm like, go, go, go. This is why I'm very grateful I'm on the antidepressant that I'm on because it actually encourages me to do something with that energy. Cheers, Teeny Stone. Okay, so for everybody else asking me for a card, you would have to be a super fan and subscribe to this channel or sign up for the Patreon, which I highly recommend. You're going to get way more content with the Patreon, y'all. That's why I try to bring people over there. You will get weekly updates, general astrology check-ins, channeling updates, personal readings. I have a mentoring program over there. You should all definitely go check it out. Bipolar Hufflepuff, would you like? I do too. Would you like your single card, babe? Before we get in, because we have hit 5K, I think we're going to do galactic channeling a little bit today, guys. We might do mediumship later, but I'm feeling them here, and I feel like if I don't get them out of my system, it's going to drive me crazy. So if you guys are down to hang out with that and that energy, please, if you've never seen me do this before, please definitely hang out. These can be really fun. They're very intense. These will be, if you're in a place to not receive in-your-face readings, this might not be the life for you, but Bipolar Hufflepuff. Hello, the mom who cusses in cursive. I absolutely love your username, by the way. Bipolar. Well, I need a couple less, please. Thank you, Mama Bear. 9 of Swords, what are we worried about? Breathe, 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 breathe. Remember what the guides were saying during the live on the Patreon about breath? They did not fucking stutter with that shit either. They were coming on hard about that. Let me see if I can get you an advice card, babe. the guy, like this is the thing with doing any galactic channeling, if this is what we do today, they are like relentless about us getting our shit together, whatever that means, even if it's like a baby step, even if it's like, okay, I'm just gonna have one more glass of water today, I'm just gonna practice presence one more time today. Oh, your son is sick. Okay, get yourself some peace of mind. Definitely try to, okay, so I'll use myself as an example, bipolar. I thought I was on my way out the door, or on my way back in the apartment, I should say. And I did not see my cat. Like, he tried to bolt for the door, and he doesn't usually do that. So I wasn't thinking to look for him, and the door like closed on some part of his body. And I've been keeping an eye on him all day, but like, I initially was like, oh my God, like, am I going to have to take him to the hospital? You know, what happened to him? Because he was acting fine afterwards, but like that door is heavy. So I've had to like give him some space, give myself some space. Otherwise, I am going to make myself mental today. So that's basically what your guides are asking you to do for yourself. Britt, hi. I'm so sorry that I'm the worst at getting back to you ever around anything. My ADD has been fucking insane lately. And yeah, I'll blame Aries season. Yeah, I'll blame it, even though it was bad before Aries season started. But are we feeling the galactic stuff, guys? Keep tapping the screen. I don't know about me. I'm not feeling the mediumship right now. I might do that tomorrow. I'm intending to try to come on to TikTok tomorrow as well, but please hang out if you've never seen this happen before. The way this works is, and this is for entertainment purposes only, obviously, but I work with a team of varying intelligences, let's just say, and they're very, very intense. Like these are not, they don't coddle. They're compassionate, but they're very like, you have to get your shit together type of energy. That's how they come through me anyway. So if that's not the vibe for you, like if you're like, ooh, that might trigger me or whatever, please just know, like, trigger warning. Like they do not suffer us feeling like, oh, but I can't, like the negative self stuff. They're like over it. So like, and that is not to say that I'm over it for you, because I remind them all the time that like, you're not here living in human bodies and you don't get it. But I just want to, get that out there. You're allowed to ask whatever question you want within reason, within obviously community guidelines. They will not answer every question. I cannot promise you they will answer questions. They don't love answering questions like, will he call me back? Does he still love me? They do not. That's not their shit. And sorry to be rude about those questions. I'm in my cynical era regarding relationships, specifically with the men's. I'm like so fucking like, I'm like might be done. Like I might be done. So forgive me for sounding a little snarky around that. But so a lot of them. There's a lot of them, Shaq. Thanks for the follow, Bonnie. Will he call me back? Not if I block him. Exactly. That is the fucking vibe. It's 11:11. Oh my God. I am 1,000%. I'm like, you know, and God bless if there's any, you know, cis men in the chat right now. Like, thanks for being here. Thanks for holding the space. I am speaking about the system of patriarchy more than I'm speaking about individual people. I'll speak about the individual people on my Patreon. How about that? Paige, thank you for the follow. So like, okay, Kristen, you asked the question, you're going to get the answer. They're like, what makes you think it's like, they're like, I don't know if you're going to love the answer to that question, Christina. they're very, your definition of love is what's preventing you from finding it, is what they're saying to you. So take that gently. Take that with curiosity, but your definition of love is what is preventing you from finding it. Okay. Will I ever like myself? You know what, Demon, they're saying if the intention is there, then yeah, of course. You just have to like actually follow through. The words coming through are follow through. What are they saying about my occupation 10th house things for Brit? They're bringing me to your, it's like, I'm getting that vibe, Britt. And it's funny because it's not just anxiety. Like it's like a weird combination. I'm trying to make sure I'm not projecting because my energy is like this, but I feel like it's a combination of like determination. I am feeling Queen of Pentacles energy with you where you're grounded, but I'm also feeling like the background noise. It's probably background like scarcity trauma or something that's very agitated. So the advice is to like, if you could imagine, it feels back of the brain, that part, like go to the back of the brain, sit down, bring everybody some chamomile tea, some cookies, like just give them some support is what I'm getting, okay? The mom, thank you for the Go Populars. Hello, Alexa. Hello. Are you able to see if my chakras are aligned? No. They are not aligned is what I'm hearing. Most of ours aren't, by the way. That doesn't mean anything is wrong. It just means that there's something you need to pay a little bit of attention to. It's very rare that your chakras stay like zing all the fucking time for anybody. They align when you sleep is something I'm hearing, by Mama Bear, but there's something going on in the heart space. I think it's anxiety. They want you to invite in. They're showing me, I think this is rhodonite. It's whatever the pink one is that has to do with self-compassion. Work with some rhodonite. This has to do with like settling something that was agitated in the heart space. What do I need to focus on to overcome my writer's block? Asks Katie. Stop trying to force yourself to do it. There's something like every time you try to push yourself before you're ready, it's just going to push back. So you just have to suck up the fact that it's not happening right now. I hate giving that advice to you, but it's like, no, you just have to deal with the fact that this kind of isn't what you want. And then like the more you're pushing to do it, you're probably in functional freeze for some reason. So you've got to like accept that and just let it be. Have I successfully manifested my dreams? They're not going to answer that one. I hope it's not too much to ask. Can you do a reading why Hermes is calling me out? They're not going to answer that one either. I'm sorry. When will I get a new job? They don't answer questions like that. I lost contact with a dear friend and I've been trying to find him. Will I ever get in touch again? That I don't know if they're going to answer that one either, Mamie. It feels very iffy right now, though. Right now, they don't want you to put expectation onto it. I don't know if there's something that they're going through, but they're saying, I know how love and light this sounds. Hold them here. Imagine them happy, imagine them well. But right now, try not to put too much expectation on it. Katie, I hope that resonated and made sense. Like I said, if you guys are just coming in, channeling with these beings is a very in-your-face experience. They are very direct. They get right to the point. They cut through all the stuff. They give very like tough love energy. And if tough love is not your vibe right now, I just want you to understand this might not be the life for you. This might not be the type of reading you need. Some people love this approach. Some people do very, very well just hearing it that way. But I don't want you to come in here and leave feeling like you just got like yelled at or that you got, I don't want you to be triggered unless it's the kind of trigger that inspires you, right? How to create bridges with folks we love but are in disagreement with that are important to us. That is a fucking great question. And I do want to sit with them. Marmalade. I do that every fucking time. How to create bridges with folks we love. It's a huge level of acceptance that there are some things they will never fucking agree with you on. And can you be okay with that? That goes both ways. You know what I mean? Because what I'm picking up a little bit is like, I want to build a bridge, but that kind of also feels like I still want to be right. There's a little bit of like, sometimes you have to take the L, so to speak, in order to continue to maintain relationships with people that you have disagreements on. I'm feeling it's in my solar plexus. It's like, I want to build the bridge, but I also like need you to know that I'm right or that you were wrong. Like you've got to, like that has to go away. Hi, Butterfly Jen. It's my fault, though, I think fondly of him. Okay, don't blame yourself, Mamie. They really, really want you to just hold this person kind of like in your heart. I don't know if you still dream about him. You could write to him, even if you never send the letter. But there's something about hold the space, just don't push right now. Shaq, they're not going to answer that question. Either pronunciation is fine. Thanks, Alexa. What is the woman's name that wishes she could be a part? What? What is the woman's name that wishes she could have been there? I don't, my brain just froze reading that, Bonnie. I'm sorry. They're probably not going to answer that. My 9 to 5 is ticking me off, but there are good things about it. Should I stick with it or move on? Stick with it for now. Do you have kids? It does says the mom who cusses in cursive. But there's something about right now feels like a really good time to start to make departure plans, but like don't jump. Like don't just suddenly, like if you can avoid rage quitting, especially over the next 4 weeks, you guys, there's going to be a lot of like agitation, irritation, potential rage because of how much Aries energy there's going to be between now and the end of April, or excuse me, the middle of April, I should say. 7 planets, seven placements in Aries, I think between the 15th and 17th of April is fucking actually insane. So try to measure impulsivity. This goes for everybody in the chat right now. But stick with it. There is something more coming for you, but right now they're giving stay. That really strikes true. Thank you. Take the L for the W later on. Yeah, essentially. It's kind of like how much can we just like eat our own pride around certain things? Anything advice on that previously asked one? I'm not sure what that means. You got it, Mamie. It's good to see you. So they don't answer every single question, AK. So if I skip over, you can go ahead and try to repeat it. Just don't spam the chat. They are not going to answer every question. Admitting fault may put you in a bad position because they act strange about it. Then if people are going to just like not see you, you know, if you admit fault and someone's going to act weird about it, I don't know. I have a this is me and not them. I have such a low threshold of patience for people who are going to make my life more stressful than it needs to be. If you're adding stress into my life, especially if I am trying, especially if I am giving and I'm whatever, and you're just going to add stress, girl, bye. Like, I don't have time. I'm way too busy. Like, actually, like I'm way too busy. I have a lot of work to do and I'm working on myself. I don't have patience for people anymore. Like, I just don't. Amzo, will I be moving to a new location? Not yet. I don't think that feels imminent to me. I won't be impulsive, thank you. Maybe things will go my way. Aries power. Dude, so much Aries. Is my husband cheating? They don't answer questions like that. I'm so sorry, Pat, and I hope he's not for your sake. Appreciate you too, mom who cusses in cursive. Should I stay in my relationship or should I move on? Sometimes they answer these, sometimes they don't. Let me see. For you, it feels like they kind of want to get into something, Bonnie. They're going to answer it with a question. Are you being enriched by the relationship? I'm feeling stagnation and I'm feeling, I don't know if it's boredom, but there's like, is there a way to encourage enrichment? If not, consider. I'm just hearing if not, consider. Okay. Talking to my landlord, getting a financial advisor, planning. Plan away, bitches. Is there anything I need to know on my digestive system issues? They do love talking about the body shack. So let me sit. How much caffeine are you ingesting, friend? There's something about overstimulation going on. I don't know if this is current or previous, but let me know in the chat if there's like an issue. There's something about too much of something, and I'm feeling like I can't sit still. Do I need to let go of who I'm with? Haley, they're not going to answer that one. I'm so sorry. Comes with age. What if it's your adult child? I mean, I don't have kids. Green Lady, so I can't speak to that. Like, I feel like that's just such a different dynamic, and there are so many other energies at play. And that would be like like, if you wanted to ever get into that with me, we could do a reading at some point. You should check out the Patreon, Green Lady. There's ways to get like little mini readings like 4 times a month, depending on the tier that all the tiers basically that you sign up for, minus the free one, which I do still offer like links and like stuff on the free tier in the Patreon as well. The body shack. Thanks for the follow, Carrie Ann. What do they think I need to work on with my self-worth? Somebody's in your head. They're showing, I don't know if this is a man. It feels like a man. Hashtag not all men, but it's always a man is what it's giving, Jen. So there's something about learning how to restructure your nervous system out of that person's influence. Get them out. They don't live in your house anymore. A lot of coffee and soda. That might be the root of the cause of what you're bringing up, my friend. Thank you, Mamie. I'm obsessed with her. She's my girl. One of my favorite MHA characters to draw too. She's so fucking cool. Yes, you can ask about body. Anybody just coming in? Hi, hello. My name is Nimue. Keep tapping that screen, you guys. I am working with my higher dimensional team at the moment. We're answering some questions. These are galactic energies, so they are very, very in your face. They are very, very like tough love. So please, if you're just coming in and you're in a tender space or you're super triggered, like this might not be the kind of reading for you. They love talking about the body. They love talking about energetics. They love talking about consciousness. Empowerment is something they love to talk about quite a lot. Can we ask about body? Can they tell me about the weird? Savannah, can you please be more specific? If you can't on the chat, that's fine. But if you can be a little bit more specific, that would help me. Emmy-chan, it totally depends. Because sometimes with certain miscarriages, the spirit hasn't even entered the body for the most. Like it really depends on the spirit. But all souls tend to go to the same place. It would seem. It feels like a field of love and quantum consciousness. So, do I have any messages about your path? You're going to have to be more specific. I need to upgrade my Patreon. Yvonne, I needed to talk to you to see if you still want me to design characters because I had some ideas for the next one, but I didn't know if we were still doing that or not. Thank you for the follow, Caitlin. It's always a man. Like, what the fuck? Jen's like, God damn it. You're welcome, Shaq. You're welcome, Butterfly Jen. Do I have anything coming through that I need to pay attention to? There's a number of things. They're talking about slowing down the activity up in the prefrontal cortex and something about holding your breath. So please make sure you're paying attention to your breathing. Why do we forget our previous lives? See, I love questions like that. Will they answer that one? Please answer that one. I'm hearing it wouldn't be helpful. Can you explain more? Oh, I just got really warm. They're like, it would just be one more distraction on that. And they're going like this and just showing the list of distractions that we have going on in this current incarnation. So apparently that's what they have to say about that. I love tarot. I have 2 decks. I would love to hear anything general. They don't really do general messages. That's the thing, Jenna. The ETs are way more like, no, please be specific, because otherwise they're like we could talk about so many things. You need to narrow it down. Might be blocked from getting an answer. Roommate left with portable altar. So I'm not sure what the question is there, AK. Can I ask about my cat, Fergus? His name is Fergus. He's recovering from a hospital stay. I just feel that he's resting, Blood Moon. I just feel that he really needs to rest. Kitty boy, let me see. Are you comfortable with me tapping into him? Because I do animal work as well. But I just want your permission, and I'm going to get his permission too if you give that to me. I just hold on the other questions right now, guys. I'm just waiting for Blood Moon to get back to me. Do I ever channel or just hear them? It's the same thing for me, Carol. Okay, let me ask him. I think he's whatever I feel like needed to get done, Blood Moon, like really needed to get done. And I am feeling a little bit of gratitude, but I don't know. I see a little kitty smile on him right now, but he really does need to rest. What's going on with his belly? There's something going on with his tummy. I don't know if it's just the medications that he was on, but my stomach feels a little bit stuck. But it really depends on the nature of the surgery. What I'm kind of getting is like some kind of gentle warmth, maybe not right now, around his belly, to just help things like continue to move, to help lymph move, to help whatever needs to move there. But it was a urinary obstruction. Okay, so there was an obstruction. There's something about his stomach. I think it's the medications that he was on. Some cats let you touch their belly, some don't. I think if you tell him first, this is why I'm doing it, he might be a little bit like less like, gentle hand on the belly, hand on the heart when he lets you, but let him rest. Does the ET being straightforward have to do with the difference with communication and dimensions? I think it has to do, why do you communicate so much differently than us? I think it has to do with evolution and like the quickest way to get to the root of an issue. Like they're just where they're coming from in consciousness. It's just like, this is the fastest way to do something. That's the main answer I'm getting from them about that. Is said person attempting to get other energies or block or divert? You can't, people if you're worried about people like, AK saying your name, like if you want people to get your name out of their mouth, do the fucking freezer spell. It is the safest and most effective way to get people out of your energy. They have taught me, Bashar has taught me that other people can't like send stuff to you like without your consent, like without wanting to engage with it. And sometimes we don't realize that we do want to engage with it, but like even the person that like, oh, are they sending stuff to me? There's almost like an inclination to get in a pendulum where you think it's an us versus them, or you think you have enemies. The second you think you have enemies is the second you have enemies. If you can kind of just like change the narrative around that, they can't fuck with you. Like you're unfuck with the bull. Do you understand? The anesthesia makes them a little okay, that might be what I'm feeling. It just feels like my stomach is like not moving as much as it usually is. Just going back and checking the comments here. Is my faith being tested? Oh, you might be testing yourself. The universe doesn't really do that, but you might be testing yourself. Okay, sounds good, Yvonne. Anything they can tell me about the diagnosis yesterday, Carrie? They're not going to answer that right now. Can you tell me anything good? All I'm hearing from them is like quantum theory. And it's like more than that. They're like, what you guys call quantum theory is like a watered down version of the type of experience your consciousness is starting to move towards. They're showing our consciousness like just like streams gravitating this way towards this like ocean of information. And they're like, isn't that exciting? We stopped all meds. He's resting a lot. Hi, Curious Musings. Hello. You're welcome, Blood Moon. I hope your baby recovers well. Bing bong. Bing bong. Oh no, that's gonna be a vocal stim for the next like week now. Bing bong. What was the spell to keep people from talking? It's called the freezer spell, or giving people the pink slip. I like that one even more. Like I get a pink post-it note. You write down, this is not considered baneful magic. I don't teach that. I don't feel responsible enough to teach people how to do that shit, even if I have my own things around it. And most people do not know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to certain kinds of baneful magic. This is a protective spell. This is almost like a ward, but you write the person's full name on a piece of paper. I like doing it on a pink post-it note, and you set the intention, like, may I be free of their energy, get my fucking name out of their mouth, whatever, and you put it in the freezer. I've done this 3 times and it's worked every single time. Ask about the pattern of events. Always seem parallel. I'm not sure what you mean by pattern of events, Green Lady. Will all humans become evolved enough to communicate that way in the future? It's already done. It's already a done deal, is what I'm hearing from them, Caitlin. What is the lesson point of the severe bad news I keep getting? Ooh. I don't know what's going on with your astrology, but they just showed me a zodiac chart. I still haven't, but maybe I'll do that today. I do astrology, intuitive astrology, guys. So if you want to book a reading, check out the link in the bio. You could just do psychic reading and put that you want astrology. There's something going on astrologically I feel like I need to talk about. I mean, I don't know what it is without seeing your chart, but I'm wondering what's going on with Saturn, Pluto, and Mars with you. Is there a lesson to it for her, like a karmic thing? It has to do with opening you up. It's not meant to shut you down. It's meant to have the opposite effect. It's just pretty brutal. Like, I actually really want to validate whatever it is that you're going through, because this feels really, really not great and very, in some cases, out of your control. So I'm sorry. Like, they're being remarkably compassionate about whatever this is that you're talking about. But it's supposed to open you up, and I think it has to do with opening up your throat chakra, especially. Like, it's almost like speaking from the root up. I don't know what that means exactly. Thanks for tapping the screen, you guys. We're almost at 20K. So let me know if that resonates with you, Emmy. Can you please get me a message for my first I'm not doing mediumship right now, Danielle. I might come back on tomorrow and do some of that, but I do love working with pets. So please give me a follow. Unless she wants to come through. First Black Cat, Luna. Did you name her after Luna and Sailor Moon? Which, I don't know if Danielle, let me know if she was tiny. I feel like somebody tiny coming through. I don't know if that's her or not. On other planets, is there one similar to Earth? Oh, yeah. So, okay, I just did a podcast I had the piece of paper somewhere. I think it's on my phone. I was interviewed on the podcast that my business does in Sedona. It's called the Sedona Psychics. Please go look it up. I've been interviewed twice so far, and in the most recent one, we were doing this, but it was a lot more intense. Like I was channeling so hard, I kept forgetting what I was saying, and I do remember that something came through about multiple human, like I guess you would call them colonies all over. Like we're not the only place with humans was what they were very, very, very clear about. And they're showing hundreds. Like it's not even like the universe is so big, but there are lots of other different, and they're calling them, some of them are micro Earths, like they're smaller. And some of us, I think, live in space too, is what they're telling me. Interesting. I always learn something new talking to them. Also, Jenna, love questions like that. Cleansing life frozen. Okay. So, AK, did you hear my answer to that question? Because I got into all of that. The weather's really nice. That's something good. Yeah, it's actually a lot nicer out today. Something good is that love still fucking exists and always will. Like, we really have to stop being so addicted to the trauma and addicted to the fucking negativity. Some of us are so... The reason we get addicted to negativity is because we expect it. It's a safety blanket. Negativity, cynicism, fear is like... It's like a fucking binky for humanity because we just get so programmed by it and we allow it to happen. It is consensual that we give in to the negativity. Yes, I know that there are literal, and this is me speaking, please understand this. I know that biochemistry is a thing, and I know that sometimes it really does take a lot of effort to get somebody who's in a depressive slog all of 2025. I know how hard that shit is, okay? And I still recognized in that slog, I need to do something about this. Like there needs to be even a micro dose of effort every single day to remind myself that this is not all there is. So like we get very, very hung up on it. And again, it feels like they keep calling it like a safety blanket, like a weighted blanket of negativity. And it becomes like what you almost want to see, because then your nervous system feels oddly enough safer. So it's kind of like, do you guys have any, like, I don't know. I think there's a reason I saw the Tomorrowland live stream before I came on here. I feel like those live streams always find me right when I need them to be. And they remind me about how no matter what is happening on the planet, people are dancing, people are singing, people are laughing their asses off, they're being ridiculous, they're falling in love, they're being kind to their pets, they're making art, they're making beautiful things happen every single day, no matter what. So bruh, like if we can't accept that, like don't be surprised if everything in your reality is just blah, 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 you know? I say bing bong a lot too. Sorry, I'm like way behind in the comments right now, guys. I learned the freezer spell from Team. Can you tell me anything about my love life, current relationship? They're not really doing much relationship stuff right now. My freezer should be full, but it's not, says Butterfly Jen. Can you see if I'm going to have to make the tough decision for my dog if he will cross on his own? You're probably going to want to get ahead of that, Maria. You're probably going to want to help him. Anita, thank you for the follow. Give them the pink slip. Okay. Those of you asking like super general questions, you have to be more specific with them or they just won't answer the question. So if you're like, I'm not getting anywhere, in what sense? What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean you're not growing? Like you have to be, and part of the reason they do that, apparently, this is now something new coming in, is so you get more clarity just in asking the question. Sometimes just asking the question is all you need to get that aha moment. Will the talk we are going to have with my stepdad go the way that we hope? I don't know. They're not going to answer that one. Is my marriage really over, Cody? They're saying it sure feels that way. Say hi to my Tucker. Cody, these are Q&As for the ETs, for entertainment purposes only, of course. You can ask whatever you want. There's no guarantee they will answer your question. Just seems like repeating life lessons are self-sabotage. What's the point of self-sabotage? Don't think of it that way. They're like, don't think of it like self-sabotage. You are creating a victim-enemy complex within yourself, and those are very, very, very sticky and hard to get out of. Self-sabotage is just protection. Your nervous system is stepping forward generally from some former trauma. So you need to do nervous system work. The point is, I think, is this true? Not for all of us, because not all of us are going to be on this path, but for a lot of us that are at least on the slightest timeline of wanting to do self-development, it's so we can regulate our nervous system. Thank you for the follow, Cody. I can verify another planet like ours, and they're not as advanced, but they have planes like ours too. There's hundreds, apparently. I feel like I've upset a family member who just won't tell me. Trinity, not today. We're not doing mediumship. On another day, I do offer evidential mediumship sessions. I have a whole website, guys. There's 2 different ways you can book with me if you want to do a reading, including galactic channeling. I can do a one-on-one with them specifically for you. It's like they'll go through every single chakra and talk about what they're getting around your health, and like health meaning more like consciousness health. And you can ask them certain questions. Generally, people that reach out to me for galactic readings have galactic guides of their own. And it's always a pleasure to kind of meet them and work with them and teach you how to work with them, because they're really, really wonderful teachers and really good friends. I'm weaning off antidepressants. I hope wean. They're like wean, Jen, slower than you think, like maybe even twice as long as you think you need to wean off of those things. They're like, please take your time. Annalise, these are free. Lori, thank you for the follow. I don't answer questions like that, Lori. Even if you were getting a tarot reading from me, I don't pull energy from people who aren't in the room. It's unethical for me. Will my finances improve soon? They're not going to answer that one. How do we grow our spiritual gifts? I just hear play with them, like have fun with them, like play it with your friends. I hear this a lot from them. They're like, y'all have to stop taking that shit so seriously. Like when you get really like, I have to get it right. Like you add so much fucking density. It's just like, it's like holding something down that is trying to grow. Katie, you are so welcome. I'm so sorry it took me fucking forever to get that video to you. And I really hope it was helpful. In my job and in life, I feel like I am very still, and in school, and I'll feel like I'll never be. Lindsay, I'm trying to follow the next comment. Just feels stuck. Lindsay feels stuck. There's something, Lindsay, that is asking for healing before you move forward. I think it's inner child shit. Like, I know it always comes back to like inner child shit, but I'm feeling like a very stubborn child. Like, not like it's giving, nope, you can't make me. Very subconscious, very, very subconscious. It's on the left side of my brain for some reason. I don't know what this has to do. This might be a memory you don't even necessarily have access to. So if you were to do any work around this, please find a licensed therapist or somebody who knows how to kind of get you into that kind of healing work. But Lindsay, that's what I'm getting for you. It's like it's the left side. It's the feminine. It's where energy comes in. And it's almost like I'll use myself as an example. When I was very, very little, I was at the Y and I was taking diving lessons and swim lessons, and I got to the high dive for the first time and I froze. I freaked out. I couldn't move. I still have nightmares where I get stuck on like high rises and shit, and I completely freeze up because I just completely panicked. It feels like that, but very, very subdued. So you're going to need to do some meditation, and again, maybe some work with somebody who's trained on how to work through nervous system stuff. Will I be moving house next few months? They're not going to answer that. Richie, Lisa, if Richie is in spirit, then I'm just going to go ahead and say yes, they are with us. What is the best? Desi asks, what is the best thing I can do to get back to trusting myself and my intuition? That is a great question, because I know people get glitched and it can be hard to come back to this. Pay attention, Desi, to the patterns. What patterns? I don't know. They're being kind of obtuse, but they're like, when you're right. Like, and I don't know if they want you to keep like literally a written down account of things that you're kind of like, oh, I knew that would happen, or I feel intuitively, whatever. But there is like, it's like a dog barking, and it's really hard to hear myself. And meditation with music for you. Blood moon. How long until I find stable income? Okay, let me sit with that one for a second, because this might be a lot of you guys that are worried about money and stuff. Stable income for blood moon. I don't know if you want me to answer that question, because this is going to affect everybody in the chat, but okay, they're like, don't sugarcoat it. What we consider stable finances, I'm speaking as an American. Our country is like currently bankrupt. I don't know if you guys know that, but like he did it. The country is bankrupt. Money isn't real. Money isn't real. The financial systems that have kept us all on strings isn't real. A lot of it is made up. So our idea of like financial security and stability is something we're going to have to figure out on our own. And it's not going to always come through the traditional channels that it used to. Like I've always intuitively been like, I'm not giving into a 401k. I always felt that like that was bullshit. That felt like a scam to me. And I'm so glad I never did. I am so glad I never did that shit. I also like, I keep saying I want a home and then I'm like, do I want to own a home? Like, and then be completely responsible. I still pay property fucking taxes on that shit. And if something breaks, like, you know, everything is getting very like this. So the best way to kind of sink into security as a vibration is gratitude. As cheesy as that sounds, the more gratitude you have, authentic gratitude, okay? Like you're sitting and being like, and I spend every single day in this frequency as often as I possibly can. It's very, very easy to out here because I'm so in love with where I live. I'm so in love with what I get to do. The amount of gratitude that moves through me sometimes is almost like it knocks me over. And I notice I pattern recognize when my needs are met. I pattern recognize when I can just have the things that I want or be with the people I want to be with, have the experience. It doesn't mean my life is perfect. Like there is no such thing, I don't think. And I get worried and anxious just like the rest of you guys. I still deal with health issues, dental issues, all that shit. But like generally I try to rest in gratitude because it's just the algorithm of reality just hears, oh, they must want more of that. That's how algorithms work. So sorry, long answer for Blood Moon. I'm catching up on the comments. If I don't answer your question, guys, I am reading all these. It's probably because they aren't going to answer it. If you guys see loved ones in your dreams after they passed, generally it is a visit. You're welcome, Green Lady. Thanks for the follows, you guys. Emma, I like your name. Can we all work with them? You're not all meant to. It would just be like first, and this is not a diss. This is not like only some people who are like cool enough. That's not what they're saying. Not everybody is meant to be working spiritually, period. That's not what you came here to do. You came here to do other stuff. If you want to, then yes, generally, and it does depend something on frequency. Like when I started working with them, I was not taking this as, it's funny because they say, be careful, don't take it too seriously. I wasn't taking my body as seriously as I should have been. I wasn't taking my spiritual hygiene like with really any consideration, and I got very sick. So it is important to kind of just understand that you need to set boundaries with some of these beings if you work with them about how intensely they come through you. I've been knocked on my ass by them a couple of times. Best way to comfort my friend during her son's loss. Just be there. Emi-chan, I feel like just be an energy. You don't even have to say anything. It just feels like be present. I'm so sorry your friend is going through that. Oh, Butterfly Jen. I feel like that was my cat trying to reach me. I need to stop these antidepressants. Also, I think they're doing more damage than good. This is me and not them. Anybody who's been on any psych meds for a long, long time, and I'm obviously not a medical practitioner, but just in my own lived experience, like please be so fucking careful getting off of those. I don't know why they don't have like literally enforced regimens on how to come off some of these medications, but like some of them are dangerous if you come off of them all at once or not slow enough. So please, please, please be mindful. Okay. I might need to take a break here in a second because I'm getting a little, I do past lives. Yes, I do. Am I still being abducted? They're not going to answer that. I'm so sorry, Shaq. I was kind of hoping they would. I'm trying to achieve school to further. Okay, so Lindsay, I answered that question. I feel like I'm okay. Dog groomer currently working. Yeah, self-doubt, for those of you that are talking about self-doubt, is also programmed into you. Think about your consciousness like a television. What channel are you watching? What show are you watching? You have control over the remote. Your higher mind, which we all have, has their thumb on the remote. So are we going to watch the channel where we're watching the main character doubt herself all the time? Maybe we are, because then we want to see her overcome that self-doubt. You know what I mean? Like we're rooting for her. We want to see her get it. Maybe we're like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of seeing her spin her wheels on this. I want to go watch a comedy. I want to go watch something sexy. I want to watch something animated. You know what I'm saying? So like, just think about your consciousness like that. And what are you watching? What are you giving your attention to? It's hard to leave a toxic relationship without money. Absolutely. They never said any of this was easy. They never said any of this was easy. But think also Blood Moon Ecliptic, they're saying to ask your loved ones in spirit. I don't know if there's one or two people in particular that really have your back that have crossed over. They're like, please ask us for help. Thanks for all the follows, you guys. Long time. I'll probably be on meds for the rest of my life. I am not anti-medication. I never have been. When I see spiritual people on here telling people that meds are bad, oh my God, it makes me so fucking angry. And yes, I do know, as somebody who's been on a medication journey for 15 plus years, sometimes they don't go great. And sometimes there are experiences you have to kind of like go through in order to find the right one. But bitch, they've kept me alive. It's the reason I can do what I'm doing right now. If your leg is broken, you put a cast on it. That's all I'm saying. Like, for fuck's sake. How do you know when your mind's eye is actually open? A lot of it has to do with imagination and your access to your imagination. If you haven't spend a lot of time in your imagination, your third eye is probably opening up there. Thanks, Gems. Okay. Need to take a little bit of a pause here. Thank you guys, by the way. I'm gonna pause just channeling with them just for a minute because I've been going hard for about a half hour now, it feels like, maybe more. Do you guys have any questions about this work? If you guys want to do a one-on-one session with me, whether it's tarot, astrology, galactic channeling, if you're not even sure which one you want to do, just click psychic reading. There's 2 different places that I work from. The link is in my bio. Again, please do check out the Patreon. I do this galactic channeling stuff 4 times a month, sometimes 6 times a month for the $20 and up tier. I do energy updates. I'm a lot more candid on there. I can talk about a lot more on there that I cannot here. The community over there is beautiful. It's wonderful. So I just get, Emma, I get so swept up in their energy that sometimes I'm like, whoa. Thank you, Blood Moon Ecliptic. I try to be trauma informed in my readings because I think we need more of that. I see a lot of readers say shit. Like, I try not to because it just cringes me out. But there's a couple of psychics that I see on this app, and the shit that they say. Okay. Whatever. I try not to. No, I say I try not to judge. That's a fucking lie. I do judge. Roger! Hi, friend. How are you? Guys, I'm going to need you to follow my friend Roger Ray if you are into UFO sightings, paranormal investigating. They have some of the best footage on TikTok. Roger and his wife are the reason I'm back in Sedona, pretty much. Like, it is almost entirely due to them that I am back here. Bing bong, thanks for the follow, Busy. Dude, the fucking video about the implant was crazy. Crazy shit, bro. Yes, your alien implant video. Dude, when it like started smoking, like what the fuck was that? And it looked exactly like the one my friend just showed me, a documentary about implants. I feel like I have to be careful who I talk about on live. But like it looked exactly like it. There was a doctor in California. Ooh, my head just started hurting. Am I allowed to talk about this right now? We're going to talk about this on my Patreon, I think. Yeah, no, it's the best, Emma. Dolores Cannon Group is going to come and visit. Where? I want to come. I still need a cat sitter. I need to manifest a cat sitter. My poor babies. Are you guys going to do like interviews? This is going to be recorded. I really need to sign up for a QHRT session. I had a wild experience in my bedroom a couple of weeks ago with them being around that still it doesn't haunt me in like a scary way. I just can't believe it happened. Hi, Elysium. Elysium, your username is one of my favorite songs of all time by an artist called Volo, Volo. I always think of Bashar. I always think of the ETs, and I always think of like how high frequency they can get. Butterfly Jen, just click psychic reading. They're saying click psychic reading. And that way we can cover a number of different things. Really? No way. No way. No way. I feel like nobody knows who Volo is. You're shitting me. Dude, I put that song on repeat for hours. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, for hours sometimes. I told my patrons what happened. I just had a very, very intense visitation. I'll just leave it there. If you want to go check out the Patreon, that's where I talk about this stuff a little bit more candidly. Have you seen them live? Is it more than one person? Also, kind of last call for any patrons or subscribers. We do. I'm going up there tomorrow, Roger. We're going around sunset, which I'm very, very excited about. Apparently the windmill, which I'm going to get a tattoo of the windmill on my forearm when I can find the right artist, told a friend of mine that I was like out of whack energetically. I've been getting some really weird activations like in my chest where I just feel like everything is going this fast. It's happened twice now. And apparently my friend like had a vision of the windmill and then heard Nimue is ungrounded, which is crazy because I spend a lot of fucking time grounding, especially now. Like I'm back at the gym. I'm eating really well. I'm like doing way more stuff when it comes to like prepping for readings and closing readings. But I was just, you know, so I don't know. That windmill means like so much to me. I haven't either. Is it cold there? No, it's hot. We've had like a plus 100 something heat wave recently. Roger, how have you been though? How's life? How's life treating you? I don't know if you saw the footage that Jurgen posted on Instagram of the orbs at the ranch during the day, but there were like 3 of them and it was in daylight and they just kept popping in, popping out. Don't be jealous, Patty. It's only March and it's like way too hot. You know, my emergency room work is very taxing. I'm going to do a live soon, I hope. Please let me know if you come out this way. I'd love to. I've met Roger's wife in person, but I haven't met Roger in person yet. I've talked to him a bunch of times, but it's cold. I don't do cold. Yeah, I did move from Boston. I understand the not doing cold, but I think it's just because like how hot it is right now is like triggering as fuck for a lot of us out here because it's not normal. Even though it's Arizona, even though it's the desert, it's not supposed to be this hot right now. There's a wildfire yesterday too, and the air quality is shite. Roger, Roger, can I pull a card for you, please? I feel inclined to do that. Desi, thank you for the follow, babe. No bueno. No bueno, Emi-chan. Hope. I don't know why it's making me think of Tina. And that made me want to cry for some reason, but I just have hope, Roger. And I like this big. I know it's supposed to be the sun, but it's giving orb to me. I think it's what the frequency that we're all kind of trying to gravitate. I'm melting with you. Yeah, and these apartments used to only have swamp coolers when I lived here a couple of years ago, and thank the maker that they put in AC, because oh my god. Hello, Ghost Girl. Roger, I got this, this was gifted to me, this really sick spirit box, and I brought it out to the ranch the last time I went and had so much fun. I had a fucking spirit fucking with me inside the ranch itself. If you guys want a quick story time before I go, I've been visited by divine entities lately. Is it like the divine entities that Bledsoe is talking about? Hot for 6 months here in Australia. I'm so over it. I bet. Australia. Hello from Australia. Oh my God, that just reminded me I'm playing D&D today. I almost completely forgot. It's Wednesday. I have a D&D mate that's in Australia. So I went into the ranch with this thing. Okay, do you guys know what a spirit box is? Does anybody need me to explain what this is and what this does? I'm still new to playing with this, and it's still pretty tricky to like get clear messaging without the filters and stuff to take out the white noise. Thank you. They're press-ons. Aren't they cute? Oh God, a bitch went to Ulta yesterday. Oh, my pocketbook. Okay. So let me turn this down. So potential misophonia warning for some of you guys. I actually find that this is very soothing. Yes, I almost fell asleep. I almost fell asleep listening to this last night. Because I turn it on. I try to talk to my guides and my friends sometimes. So, okay, I'm going to turn it on. I think I want it on. Okay, so it's going to start sounding like this. I want it on FM. You can do both AM and FM at the same time, but I find that to be very, very overstimulating. And then what you do is you click on the sweep rate, which is going to kind of gauge how fast it scans through FM channels. So I usually put it at 250 because it's just slow enough to kind of make stuff out. And then you hit either reverse or forward to scan through. Okay, you guys hear that okay? There is an antenna, like if you want to reach a little bit further out. And you basically go into different spaces and just ask if, you know, anybody's around. Are there any spirits here? People use them to talk to entities, to ghosts. I use it to talk to my loved ones in spirit sometimes, who are like, I talked to my friend Rick through this, which was fucking wild. We haven't really, if I start asking it questions, it will probably start responding. See? Gave you, and yeah, is the sound okay? So sometimes just like clips of music will come through, but occasionally you'll hear full sentences or words when beings start kind of trying to communicate with you. And they love talking when I'm talking. Okay. What? Somebody's fucking with me right now. Who is this? Is this one of my friends? It would be. Now the tricky part is understanding that with all the background noise. I think these are my friends coming through. They're very loud and noisy. Thank you guys. Anyway, story time about this. So we can turn this back on later and play with this a little bit if you guys want to. I went into the ranch. Roger, I don't know if you're still here or not. And I asked if anybody was around. And I just hear the word curse. Like curse comes through through this. I hear curse, and then I hear children. And I just like, I don't know, there was something in me that was like, okay, like come the fuck on. Like who do you think you're talking to here? It was like curse children. And then I like look at the spirit box and I'm like, bro, like really? And then very, very soon after I said that, it goes amuse, mess with. Like literally it was telling me, I was just fucking with you. Like I was just seeing if I could get you into it. It was wild. It was wild. I used this over near where there's like a little water tower, old water tower. And I was talking to a being that was there. And when I said, thank you for your time, it literally said anytime. I asked if my friend Rick was around one night, and literally the word Rick just like comes out of the spirit box. I would say it's pretty hit and miss though. Like a lot of it's noise, and there are like ways you can buy like pedals and different things to kind of filter out the white noise to hear more clearly. And some people will record it on their phone. They didn't want me recording this on my phone last night. I was trying to record it and they wouldn't come through. I imagine so too, Roger. It was the trickster energy is very, very strong there. It's very fey. Like it feels like very fey wild to me whenever I go there. So I'll ask if do you guys want to play with this a little bit more? I think I'm done with I feel the Galactic's pulling back a little bit. I think they realized we worked a little hard. But if you guys want to stick around for fun and just like play with this a little bit, we can. Just see if anybody is around. Do you guys want to hear what it sounds like when both channels are going? Because how do I do that? I think I do that. Yeah, the guy that I got the tutorial from said to have both AM and FM going, and then like do it at the same time. Not really. I don't really YouTube much, Emma. You booked. Yay, Jen, I'm excited. Okay, is anybody around that wants to talk to the live or the chat? And sometimes it takes a while too. Would anybody like to come through today? I think I am going to move it down to just FM because this is too overstimulating for me. So hold on. I typically only like to have it on FM. I apologize. it's just a little bit clearer for me. So try that again. See if you guys can come through. There's a few people I watch and I worry that their content isn't real. You got to listen to your body about stuff like that. Like hi, Sarah. All right. Is there anybody here calling in the highest and best only that would like to talk to anybody in the chat? And like I said, this is very hit and miss, so can't promise anything.
It says top.
Can you tell me the relationship or your name? James? If anybody's looking for a James or Jane? Yeah, Tina was telling me that, Roger. 47. So if there's... I heard lady. I heard 47. And I heard Jane or James come through. Yeah. Amy, because it's awesome. I'm going to write some of this down, too. 47 is Tina's favorite number. That's awesome, Roger. So I heard Jane or James, lady 47. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask? Hi, Carrie.
7 points.
7 points. Something about fire department. And something about points. Finally. Shoot next to me. This thing's going crazy right now. Lane. I did hear Jane or James, I thought, Britton. Maybe it was Lane. You're across the street from a fire department. Green Lady, did you also say that your favorite number was 47? And something about points, 7 points or points was coming through. That was the song Ain't Nobody Gonna Break My Stride. Can't nobody slow me down. Just in case that song is important for somebody. What are you guys hearing too? Because Emma heard that song yesterday. I feel like all of you guys are getting little messages here. I think they're trying. This is Spirits Efficient, right? So they're going to try to get to as many of you as possible. Is there anybody here who can give a name? Or do you guys just want to talk? Do you guys have a question you want to ask in the chat? Please feel free. Is Cole doing... Okay, is Lane there? That sounded like Cole to me coming through. So Alex, I think that's a yes. I just heard honey, so I don't know if any of those folks called you honey. Daddy, I miss you. Is my sister there? Anybody else here for folks in the chat? We're looking for Butterfly Jen's dad. And Brianna's sister. Here. Did you guys hear that? They're here. I just heard Jeff, I think, or Kat. Britton says, I miss you so much, my love. I'm sorry I couldn't get to you quick enough. You meant to. Britton, did you hear that? They're acknowledging that you meant to, okay? Holy shit. Is Renee there? And Sarah's looking for dad or grandparents. And don't be sad if like it doesn't immediately respond. Sometimes this takes a little bit, just like with mediumship. Jeff is your old boyfriend who made mixtapes. Alex, I can give you a no on that. They don't carry upset with them on the other side. But look. Look at what? I know one of you just said you... Okay, hold on. Britton, I hope you got that message, by the way. That was so clear. Sometimes it comes through super clear. Sometimes it's a little bit more sketchy. Got you. Yeah, Emma, take a break if you need to. This is emotional stuff. We're talking to loved ones in spirit, so of course this is going to feel emotional. Oh, no, not at all, Shaq. Not even close. They don't give a shit, typically. From my understanding, I want to speak for every spirit, but they don't seem to care. Any other messages for chat? Yeah. Let's hang out a little bit more.
I got your house.
Alex says, happy early birthday, Coley. They miss you so much.
Not long term. Nation.
They're super talkative, y'all. Yeah. Miss you too. We'll do about like 5 more minutes of this, guys. It is. Any other messages for chat from loved ones today? Thank you guys so much for coming through, those of you that are coming through. I heard got ya.
Those are the kinds of more.
Whoa. I'm going to tell you guys what I wrote down after that when I turned this off. I heard they're approaching. There are the kinds of more than people. Butterfly says hi, Daddy. Caribbean Beach Bunny says hi, Dad. I heard happy. I thought I heard happy for me. They're trying, guys. I don't know if you heard that. We're trying. They're trying to come through. There's something in Spanish that just came through. There's a couple of Spanish words that are coming through. It's tricky to get through here. Like the probability of finding the right time, you know? My Galactics don't like coming through this. This is for loved ones, though. Yeah, this is the busiest it has ever been when I've used it, guys, because there's a lot of you here contacting people. Thanks, 80. Okay. I heard Mark and Angie.
Remember, you need
Whatever you need. Got a Mark. I wonder about an Angie.
Case.
Or Casey.
Could be all.
Can anyone take Angie? Or Casey? Comes in waves. You guys feel it? How like they get really, that's how mediumship is too. Like you'll get a bunch of information, then there's like a pullback, and then you'll get a bunch of information. This is very similar. Sonia says, hi, Mom. say?
100 point.
I'm talking so fast.
Money.
I'm just hearing, Alex, that I need to say I'm trying to come through. Passing through.
Never.
I heard that. Hi. Sonia, thank you for the rose. Thank you for the follow, Colby. This thing is so cool. So yeah, we can also do evidential mediumship, but sometimes it's really awesome to see spirit physically at work like this. You know what I mean? Like, and also just kind of demonstrates that they will do whatever they can to contact you and get through to you, you know? I'm still wondering about Angie and Casey.
Now,
Something about Arizona and now. And Mrs. Hijack, your big sister misses you. I heard wave, Emma, and then something about 3:30.
cakes up
I have a friend named Angie. Her son died. His name is Casey. That's who that was, Sonia. Thank you. That happened earlier. Oh, Colby, my condolences. Emily says, hi, Dad. A little bit of a lull. We'll probably come back. Shaq's looking for grandma and great-grandma. Bipolar says, hi, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, Granny. Colby just lost her father. If anybody wants to come through, we thank you. More recent. I think that one's for you, Colby. Sammy says, hey, Dad. Come. I don't want to talk over them. Punky says, hello, Papa. Hello, Pat. I heard Colby, too. I heard that, too. Yep, heard that. Colby, did you hear your name, babe? I need to post this on my YouTube channel so you guys can go back and rewatch it. Okay, you're getting a wave. For sure. Isn't this cool? I know, I said like...
And a couple of times.
Same username, Emma.
Oh, you'll just.
I heard before Peyton and Christy. And so you got refunding you? I don't know what the refund thing is. Is that a kitten? So y'all should get yourselves one of these. They're really great. They're really fun. They can be a little frustrating sometimes when they all there's a lot of background noise, but I'm just going to thank Spirit for being here with us today. Thanks to everybody who came through for the chat. We'll do this again.
Every day.
Every day.
I started speaking.
I heard I started speaking every day. I want to say that's your loved ones being like, we're talking to you every day. Like every day. All right, guys. They're like, you're not going anywhere. Last minute messages. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. That was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. Do you guys have any questions before we sign off for today? That was really cool. I haven't done that on live yet. That thing went crazy. And it can get really specific, like hearing Colby's name, hearing Casey, hearing Angie, Mark. Like I know all you guys could take them. I'm still wondering about 3:30. There were a couple of things that came through that I'm still curious about. I'll try to remember to post this on whenever I can, Sammy. My only scheduled lives are on my Patreon. That's every weekend. How it works is Spirit is using radio signals to come through like verbally and leave messages. Like they can come through mediums, but that's like, it is a phenomenon, and it is a little bit fucking cool to see it like happen physically. I think that's the cool thing about spirit boxes is for people who are like, the evidential stuff is still evidential, but hearing that, like when I heard my friend Rick come through and it was just like, Rick, like it was so fucking clear. And it was it's nice to know that they're doing everything they can to kind of come through. So I'm going to go. It's time for lunch. It's time to play video games. This is technically my day off. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Give me a follow. Check out the Patreon if you want to book a one-on-one with me. We wouldn't use the spirit box if we were doing mediumship together. That would just be me tapping into your loved one or your fur baby in spirit. Yeah, I'm tapped out. I'm good, but I'm going to go replenish by eating a huge lunch. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.